Hello everybody and welcome back to Kinlaig, where for some reason we were loading up with potatoes there, but that has now stopped. Let's just have a quick look, see whether we can fix this problemo. So could it be... Ooh, I am driving very poorly here. It's weird driving this because everything is sort of the wrong way. We want to go that way. Right, let's just get this on. Turn conveyor belt on. Yes. Okay, cool. That's now sorting that out. So we're gonna first job we're going to do is to go put the rest of these potatoes into let's just put that down. Put the rest of these potatoes into our potato store. So that's job number one. And then I think we can look to move on because we are in October. And if we look onto our fields here, we should have fertilization. So field 2, that has, we've just drilled that, I think. Have we not? Oh no, we want to get some oilseed radish into there, which... this is the last month we can do so. So that will be another job for us to do. And then we will just keep having a look at what to do. The other sawmill, that's something I just need to keep an eye on because we're going to have to get some pallet tines for the front loader to distribute the pallets amongst all the lodges that we're doing there. So that will be something that we'll have to bear in mind as well. Where is our... okay, so our drill is up there. So yeah, first job, we'll get cracked on, we'll get these potatoes all into our production, and then I'll bring you back. Well, that was certainly quick and easy. So that has now got all of our potatoes into the potato production. So for this series, I don't really want to do any more productions because there's quite a fair few, and you're at risk all the time. I always find with this of just doing too much, and you're getting away from sort of the farming side of it all. And I do. The more and more I think about it, I think this could be the final year on here. I think that makes the most amount of sense, and it should take us. You think some episodes, you're doing a couple of episodes in a month, so it may get us up to episode 50, it may not, but yeah, that's what I think I've decided we're going to do, is that this will be the last series. We've done not last series, the last episode, not the last episode. This will be the last season, harvest season. So we'll get everything drilled in, and then we will, once everything's harvested and whatnot, it'll be sort of that December time again when we'll look to possibly end this. I would like to get the castle done. And what I think I may do is, if the castle isn't finished by the time that comes, we may just speed through it, and I would imagine we should have enough money that we'd be able to buy everything outright, you know, all the stuff that we needed, and then speed on through time to finish it. But right, we need to put this on and go to oil. I just went past it. I just did it again. Oilseed radish. Let's go and we want to go put oilseed radish in this field over here, because I think I need to work out what we're actually doing in what field. I think I may have done it in a previous episode. You know, previous episode said, oh, we'll put this here and that there, but I can't remember what I said. I know this is being ploughed, and I know we've gone over it with the cultivator, but if we put fertiliser in now and our seed radish, when we cultivate it over again, that will give us its second fertiliser state. So obviously 24, 23 and 22, they all need spraying, so we better just be careful. That's only just been drilled and rolled in October. So this is one where I think we've done this may be the third episode in the same month. So that's 50% fertilised. What's this one over here? So 50% fertilised, second growth stage in canola. And this one here is oilseed radish. So this will need... Is it all oilseed radish? Yeah, so when we move on, this field and the one that we're just about to do will need to be cultivated up, and then that will give us the second layer of fertiliser. But the canola and the wheat need spraying, but we can do that next month if need be. So right, let's get this unfolded. 3 headlands it wants us to do, which that's fine if that's what it'd like us to do. Is it going to give me... Oh, was I on the worker? Steering assist. Sorry, there we go. That should now give us our lines. So we'll start up at the top, work our way down, and then get on with the headlands. And I'm hoping this pulls okay, because I think that's why I used the big tractor. But obviously the big tractor is on ploughing, which by doing this, it may give that big tractor time that we could also go and get that field cultivated over. Well, that's another field that will be fully fertilised, or as near as. You'll see little bits like there on the edge that probably won't get it at all, but that's the first layer put on with the solid fertiliser from the drill, and then like I say, once it's cultivated it will get its second layer. So let's get this all folded up, and I would like to see if we flick through to here, our ploughman is done, although he's done that slightly weirdly. Not the biggest fan of how he's ploughed that, but anyways, he should have ploughed it all. Well, when you're ploughing, you're always meant to take it one way one year, then the next the other, but that's not really doing it. I wouldn't have said, but what am I to know? I've only ever ploughed once in my life. Ploughed once in my life, what will that be? 18. So it'll be over 10 years ago, definitely. Yeah, and that was with a little 2-furrow plough. It used to take forever to do tiny little bits. But right, we will take this back because I believe that's the last field. Well, it's our new field, obviously, so we could put our potato factory there. But that's the last field that needed doing. And taking this here with the truck, you've got to go so slowly, otherwise you go flying. Well, our Highland cows are multiplying at a very, very fast rate by the looks of it. We will sell all them, come the end of the series. We'll just keep them ticking over, because I know originally I've mentioned about putting up a big cow barn, but considering on the Piscine Valley that we've got 3 cow barns there, I think I'm going to very much keep that as it is. You know, that's going to be where we're going to do all the cows and whatnot. Otherwise, you're always doing the same thing over and over again. It's like on here, we're doing a lot with oilseed radish. I probably won't do that in another series for a little while, but it's just doing things differently, trying to keep things as fresh as possible. Right, let's leave that. Oh, I need to unfold it first, so let's put that over like so, and that can be dropped off. And then if we go round here, we'll go get, what I will do is yeah, it is round here. I will go over with that flexi thing, whatever it's called, a disc. Is it a disc harrow? Can't remember. I'll go over the ploughing with that, and then that's all ready. I'm just trying to think, is it worth putting oilseed radish into there as well? Or no, actually, because if I remember rightly, I think it was fully fertilised. Yeah, it was, yeah. So we just need to go over with this, and then that will sort our seed bed out for us. What I do need to have a look at is work out what crops are going where, and try to remember what we're doing, because obviously that's oilseed radish. I think I had that down for onions, that down for potatoes, soybeans maybe, and then whatever for 7. Let's just have a look at weeds. I don't seem to get weeds. I know I'm doing a lot of ploughing. Oh, brilliant, that's fully fertilised. I know I'm doing a lot of ploughing, but I'm sure in some of these fields I just haven't got weeds at all yet. You know, which I'm not complaining. It makes life a lot easier. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. If you do know that if I have ploughed a field and I'm not getting weeds in it, and I've questioned it before, then please do let me know. Right, let's get this down to our new field, and we'll prepare the seedbed. Typical British roads being very narrow, just past a bus. There he is, he's only just started going, just past the bus on that corner there, and he took up the whole road. There was nowhere to go, so we had to go onto the grass. But right, let's pull on. This will be still on the AI worker, so we'll get to steering assist like that, and we will get this seed bed all ready, so that come when we come to drill it with whatever we're going to drill it in, it's all ready for us. We're absolutely flying through getting these fields done. I'm just thinking, is it worth taking out that bit of fence there? Let's just have a look whether it's first possible. So this bit here, how big a section is it? Oh, it's taking out the whole fence. I'd rather you just be able to take a little section out. That's all I want out there. Then I can cut across. But no, if it's not going to let me do that, then I ain't going to do it. So we'll take this back. I will keep. Oh, hello. I'll keep it on this tractor because obviously we have those 2 oilseed radish fields to do, which we can do them once we move on. But another job that I'd like to do before crop destruction becomes a thing is get our canola field sprayed, which I'm sure we do have a sprayer. Failing that, we do have the spreader, but we'll go have a look, see what there is, get that so it's on its fully fertilised state. But it's just, this is all taking jobs out, you know, jobs that we don't need to then do in the spring. And look at that for timing, the train's just gone as we approach. So I will, so I'll leave this, I'm just trying to remember which fields are what. So is this oilseed radish, that is, so that will want cultivating up when we move on a month. So I can leave this tractor in that gate hole, so that's ready to rock and roll. So leave that there. This field here, try and mind not to get stung by the bees. This canola field here is 50%. So I would love to get a self-propelled sprayer. That would be amazing. I just think they are too expensive. That's new. Does that come out in one of the updates? It must have done. That's cool. Looks like one of the John Deere ones. See, that just costs too much money. I would love it. Oh, hello. Highlands Fishing. This is the one we want to go for. If we get chance, we'd have to go do a load of contracts though, because if we do finish after this harvest on here, there's not really too much point in buying it. But it would be nice to get. Really need an old self-propelled one. Right, let's find. That's fine. There's not loads of them yet. This. We'll take this back to the farm because I don't think that field at the bottom's fine. So I think this can now be put away. I'm going to say. I think so. We'll go put this away up here. Obviously the disc harrow is not finished with yet, so that needs to go. That's got 2 oilseed radish fields that need doing. So this now, we'll put that over here. I haven't checked our grass up at the top. I can't remember the last time we did that, if I'm completely honest. So we will just check the animals first. So let's leave that there. And go to animals. Chickens are fine, sheep are fine, cows are fine. They do need filling up every day though, do the cows. And let's now have a look. We have our spreader in here, yeah. And how much fertilizer is in here? We need to go buy some more. We can do. So let's put that on. Okay, so we probably want to buy some more fertilizer. So if we go 2 bags should be enough. By that. Let's just check the grass field. Okay, so that's fully fertilised. That one's doing next month. So we've got field 23 to do. Once that's cultivated, that'll be fully fertilised. That'll be fully fertilised. We're about to fully fertilise that. That we can do next month, and that one is fine. Right. Let's go get some, well, let's go load this up with the 2 bags of fert. We'll come back, we will do the canola field, and then I imagine that should be right for us to move on. I also need to put that timber into the sawmill at some point. So I have just had a little bit of a giggle to myself that as soon as I jump in this, I've noticed a load of stumps that I didn't get, which just makes me laugh for the fact of when we were trying to go get the stumps, we managed to miss quite a few. But right, we are just loading this up with diesel because I don't know when this will next be over here, which I do actually want at some point to go. That's not the one we've got, is it? Is that the biggest fast track? It is. I would like to at some point get this big massive one, and then we've got all the fast tracks, or we've used all the fast tracks, which they were all put in for this DLC. But right, we need to get back to the forest, and then when I'll move on time till November. I'll move on to November whilst we are driving back to the forest, because then we're going to use these pallet tines to move all the bits of timber to the lodges that we want to start on with production. And I'm sure I forget what it's called now, where the castle stones are made and we get our roof tiles, whatever that place is called, I'm sure that's on producing roof tiles, which I should probably also check to make sure that we've the spawn point is free, so it's not getting too many in there. But right, let's go left here. I was just beginning to worry whether it was a left there. I don't know whether you can go left there or not. But right, let's go. There is one pallet already, so we can go put that into the spawn point now, and then we can also check. We can also then go and check whether they need the roof tiles or not. Obviously, you've just seen there at the start. There's a load of stumps just there, and as we pull into here, I'll take both of these, so I don't know whether we need both or not. I know we're probably going to have to take that tree down because that's in the way, which, if we're clever about how we fell it though, like this, will it go straight into the spawn point? Oh, it's only 4,500 litres of timber, so it's not a lot. Timber! Oh. Oh, it's full, is it not? Yeah. Okay, we'll have to leave that there. And as we speed on a bit of time, hopefully it will disappear. But yeah, there's a big stump just here. There's a stump just there. There's a stump just there. And there. They're all over. But right, let's pull on to here and just see. I'm just trying to think, is a wheel loader better for this job? Don't go down the bank. Which one are you going to take them? Okay, but it's not taking planks long. I thought they require them. The trigger could be too high. So that's wooden beams and planks long. So it needs another thing of wooden beams. And if we lift this up, and I reckon if we put it up here, there we go. That's gone. Right, we'll move on a bit of time. So it is now 7:45 in the morning. So we need, it's 1 planks long for everywhere and roughly 2 beams. So we're going to have to get rid of that stump at some point. So if I go there, grab 2 beams. They haven't spawned very well because that tree, it took a while to go. I had to eventually cut it in half. And then it did take it. But right, we're going to go put 2 beams in each spawn point and then 1 planks long, and then we'll just have to see how that goes. Does that one progress? We'll have to check that first one to see actually how much it's progressed. But we are just going to have to go very steady here, otherwise this could cause a few problems. Right, so that's those 2 in, and yeah, we'll just do a little time lapse. We're trying to fill all these in. And depending how this all works, we may need to just go get a skid steer. That could be a lot easier. And look at our money. I just noticed £301,000. That's ridiculous. Well, this almost went very, very well. I think that pallet there is just out of the trigger, like we had previously. Yeah, because it's still taking these now. So I'll just try get this one in, and then I'll just see how much storage it needs. I think this one's the only one which doesn't have wooden beams in. So let's just go for this one now. I'm glad I put that extra weight in the back of this, because that does make life a lot easier. Right, let's just, before I put that in, storage. So we can put in another, we can put this in and there's still a bit more room, but in here there is some wooden beams. Yes, so these are all full. This one I'm going to put this into here. Oh, there's nothing in this one. I might just put it in that one then, because here we have everything. Yeah, so this one is going to get this wooden planks put in. I do need to, I would quite like to just come on a bit straighter onto that one, just to make it look a bit neater. But yeah, typical, I've picked like the most awkward place to go and do this. Right, let's put that one into there, so that's in. So that just needs some wooden beams, which will get that in the next episode. So interestingly, we couldn't complete, or couldn't get everything into these out of that sawmill, which I do find very, very strange. But anyways, I think we're going to leave it at that, because we can now, in the next episode, if we go have a look at the likes of field 22, that can be cultivated in. If we go have a look at field 2, that can be cultivated in. And if we go have a look at field 24, this can go and be sprayed. But is there any now? There's no weeds on any of our fields. Cool. I'm certainly not complaining. Right, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.